Good evening.
Kind of a little
wire.
crazy, like right down to the wire today.
Right,
Have the cameras set up.
right down at the
Camera's
end.
even right. It's
Oh, it's
fine.
perfect.
It's fine.
Hi. So
Hi.
it's Friday. We come at you on Fridays.
Friday
What's
night.
happening here?
Whoa! Extreme close up.
Show is in 3 dimensions.
So we are here. We came together quickly at the end.
But we got it.
We did it.
Yeah, you know, sometimes like we're just hanging out and because we're friends and we're just like having a good time, and then we're like, oh fuck, we were gonna do like a show.
You're right.
Yeah, and so then we have to like do a show.
And some of us just
Yeah,
are busy like biting their tongues and
yeah. Look, Neil had a legitimate injury. He bit on his
Legit.
tongue, and he's like, "No, it's actually really bad." And then he's like, "I think I taste blood."
I do. I went to the bathroom just before to go see. It's bleeding.
We
bleeding.
got blood.
When I
First
spit.
blood.
There's lots of blood. That's okay though.
Yeah, but remember the Halloween episode? It's probably fake.
It's probably fake, but you can't
Probably
believe
got,
it.
like, a tube
That's what
up
happened. It's the
there.
boy that cried wolf syndrome.
Right.
So when he's actually bleeding, nobody believes him.
It's true. I'd be
Yeah.
bleeding out my eyes and my nose. And
We're like, oh, Neil, that old
fake, it's
joker, that josher, we'll say.
you don't have radiation poisoning,
You
Neil.
don't have- you weren't in Chernobyl. You're not from Chernobyl.
You liar.
So tonight we're going to talk about Troll Hunter.
Yeah.
Yay, so excited. A bit of a hidden gem, not for the people of Norway. They were already on it. Super excited to talk to everybody about Troll Hunter tonight and hear what you guys all thought. I know Michael B liked it, so that was first time watch for him, so that's exciting. This is practically a producer Scott pick because he loves this movie so much. What else?
What else? Well, I guess we should talk about the fact that we have cups in front of us.
What are these cups?
What are these beautiful cups?
Kocho cups?
What?
You know you can buy this.
You can get that cup?
You can get this cup.
That's incredible. It's a beautiful cup.
That's
Makes your
gorgeous.
drink taste better and everything.
It's the creep variant.
The creep variant.
Yeah. And,
What's in your creep variant cup this evening?
ooh, cherry flavored water.
Wow.
Cherry flavored water.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
it's good.
It
Yeah.
sounds good.
I love like cherry flavored things. There's that movie that just dropped called Brand New Cherry Flavor.
Yeah. have you seen
And
it
I'm
yet?
like, is this about things that are cherry flavored? Apparently not. But I might still look into it despite that.
Awesome. And Caleb, which variant mug do you have this evening?
I just have the Colt Show mug.
Classic. The classic variant.
Classic. So, and I've got a little beer in here.
Little bear,
Some beer.
All right.
Have some beer in your Colt mug. What
Cool.
about you?
And I'm rocking the OG mugs that we never sold. These
No.
are the ones that are.
You want that mug anyway. This mug is
Yeah.
faulty.
No, it is. It's
It
old.
leaks.
It's old and moldy. Yeah, it's got several holes in it.
Yeah, you don't want that
You don't
mug.
want it. So I got the whiskey substitute with a little bit of Sandra's water in there. I'm doing a little whiskey float.
Cherry
flavor.
situation.
Yeah.
Let's see how it
happens.
is.
I haven't tried it yet.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers! Happy Friday!
Cheers, friends.
Take
Hi.
2. Yes.
Y'all still there?
I guess we'll keep going. So yes. So, what did we do this week?
I don't know.
Should we talk about it?
There's a lot of folks in our chat. Maybe we should see.
Let's talk about them.
Just talk about the chat. Yeah. Without the chat, we are not but people looking into a camera talking.
Which is what I do all the time anyway.
Yeah, same,
but
same.
Now I've got
Usually I
listeners.
throw poop at myself though in the mirror.
He does.
So in studio, as Sandra mentioned earlier, we do have the Reverend Michael B.
He's
Thank
here.
you, buddy. He fed a
Chunder.
giraffe recently, so
Oh, he did feed a giraffe from
that's pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
Gonna eat a dolphin, Steve.
In chat, we've got Tommy, Miss Movie Buff, Laura, Mark Visions Truth, TM, Spaceface Macy, TODD Todd, Gory Bits, and Pismo Mark.
Hello.
friends.
Thank you
Welcome,
so much,
guys.
everybody.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for sticking through our technical difficulties.
It happens. It's a live
does.
show.
Thespis is in the building.
I appreciate you.
Pretty funny.
It's from a TV show that we love. we know about Thespis because of the TV show.
Because of Sports Night.
Sports Night, yes. Greatest TV show ever. Okay, what did we do, Sandra?
I don't have a whole lot, honestly, to report that's that thrilling. We have, like, this week just, like, flew by. It was just one of those weeks. But we have a new episode of Genre Junkies out, so I'd like to plug that. We reviewed a book called The Navajo Nightmare. It's actually a novella. It's Neil length.
Okay, good.
Like reading-wise. It is by the fantastic, amazing, independent Scottish writer, David Sodergren, who is famous but deserves to be crazy famous. Look up his books; they're all on Amazon.
The Sodergren book, huh?
Yep.
Oh,
and
cool.
he
Okay.
actually co-wrote it with a guy named Steve Stred, who is allegedly the nicest man in Canada. And a thumping good horror writer, too. And this is my first book I read by him. It's a Western horror, which is a subgenre I freaking love, and there's not enough Western horror out there. Check it out. I mean, there's some movies, there's some books, but it's like, it's such a cool subgenre, like that and like Southern Gothic, and I just like always go for those. But Navajo Nightmare, it's creepy and a little envelope pushing and gory. It's a good time.
All right, Navajo Nightmare.
Nice. I listened to it, by the way, and good job.
Thank
Good
you.
job, as always. I mean,
Thank you. You know, like when we started the pandemic, I started bowing, like I was one of those people, like, and so now I'm like, and I just kind of like it. I'm like, oh, thank you, because you know we're supposed to like shake hands.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think we still are supposed to shake hands.
I shook a lot of hands this last week, I'll be honest.
I'm gonna scoot over
So,
a little bit.
yeah.
I'm gonna
But-
scoot
You wanna
over
come
a
sit
little
over
bit.
here with me?
Yeah.
But I did a lot of the
Did you do an
squirtage.
elbow?
There were some elbows, but there's lots of handshaking
I recommend a bow.
too. You just walk around going, namaste. Namaste.
I am a yogi.
You are.
Yeah.
Okay. Caleb.
You know, I watched a lot of horror, actually.
What?
Wow.
I know, weird, right?
Let's hear about it. Allegedly, you watched horror.
I kept seeing this thing. A movie was having some sort of anniversary. I'd never seen it. It's called Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Oh, you watched it.
So I'd never seen that before. It was a nice little.
Okay, don't say too much.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Barbara Crampton was in a movie that was just recently put out on Shudder. So
Yeah.
Neil
I
told
finally
us about
watched,
it.
Jacob's.
What'd you
Wife.
think?
You said it was like the perfect movie for Barbara Crampton, like totally
Yes.
played up on all her strengths, and I would totally agree with that. And it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah,
did
it's gotten some
she did a
really-
really good job.
Really
actually.
good praise.
She did.
Besides Neil, like other people like it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
unlike Neil, he paid for it. I just waited till it was on.
Ooh,
something
Shudder.
that-
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't want to
Something
wait.
that I'm already paying for. So,
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
I didn't want to wait the 2 or 3 months, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then lastly, I watched Slither, which is
Oh, cool.
just a fun, campy,
Yeah.
good fucking time.
I'm a Slytherin. It's like the same thing. Yeah.
It's close.
I think Slytherin has less Nathan Lane, but you know,
Well, I think Nathan Lane would be in-house Slytherin with me.
I think so.
Oh, I do.
Oh.
Are you referring to Nathan Fillion, or you actually mean Nathan Lane?
Oh.
Nathan Fillion.
Okay.
Oh, well, no, Nathan Fillion's probably more like a Hufflepuff.
I was just gonna. That's what I was gonna say. But my joke fell flat because I said the wrong Nathan.
But that's okay because we all actually adore Nathan Lane, maybe more than Nathan Fillion.
Yes.
As the people,
I was confused
yeah.
for a second. I'm like, okay, I'm missing something.
Right, right.
So I should
No, poor
clarify.
Neil's like, I already don't know what they're talking about because I think it's Harry Potter, but
It's like, Jesus, take the wheel. Have I lost it all? Okay, let's get down. Let's get down to brass tacks here. Neil did the cool thing this week. Neil has the actual interesting stuff to talk about.
Do I? We don't know what Scott did, but actually, Michael fed the giraffe.
Michael Federer.
So-
oh, that's true. That's pretty
That's true.
close. But
So I was in Las Vegas all week at CinemaCon, which is the convention where the distributors bring their wares and show them to the exhibitors.
That's awesome. See, that's super awesome and interesting that you did that. Tell us about it.
It's super interesting. First of all, Vegas is a very interesting thing to navigate during a pandemic. So if you're not afraid to, touch people and wear masks and things, it's kind of, it was weird. I was like running through the casino a lot, trying to make it from one place to another.
Were
like
you going like this? Like,
I was more like, I was one hand. I was kind of covering like, ah.
no one touch me, no one touch me.
Exactly. So, get away from me. Ah.
You just hold a sign up like, no one look at me, don't touch me.
But but I went anyway because I wanted to see what was going on. I had lots of people that I haven't seen in 2 years, so time to touch base. So they present to you again the films that are upcoming, and I made a little list here of the ones that I thought would be fun for us. You guys would care about the most. You guys would care about the most. Our podcast listeners would care about the most.
Let's see.
And it starts with Ghostbusters Afterlife. So,
I would say we're a little bit interested in that. You got to see it.
Yeah, Sony actually brought it and showed it with Ivan and Jason Reitman actually in attendance. They actually stayed and watched the movie too, which is kind of cool.
Oh, that's so
with
sweet.
Everyone. But so all these films, I'm not supposed to say anything about them. That was kind of like the understanding that the studios want. However, Jason Reitman, when he was presenting the film, did say, if you like the film, you should let people know. So I'm going to skirt the line or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Walk on the fence, whatever you call it is. And tell you that it is a very good film. And that I highly recommend everyone go watch it. So that's what I'm going to say about that film.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. We'll take it. We'll take what we can get.
Are you guys aware of this new Spider-Man coming out? The Spider-Man No Way Home?
We're a little aware of it. I mean,
What?
yeah, it looks so good.
So
it looks so good.
Right? So I guess it's like Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, right, are together,
Yeah,
apparently.
they're kind of teaming up a little
and
again.
teaming up in the movie. And then, so I didn't know. I'm not the superhero guy, obviously. But they showed, so apparently it's going to be like, they're going to have people from the older versions of the Spider-Man, because it's in the universe or something, come together, because it was really cool, because like they showed what Tom Holland or doing whatever, and all of a sudden like you see a Doc Octopus claw come down, and then Alfred Molina sticks his head out. I was like, huh?
Love Alfred
I was like, wait a minute, wasn't he from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
Sure was.
And then I was told after, I was like, well, yeah, they're going to mix the universe or something. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
So is that a trailer that's out right now?
It is.
It is, yeah.
Oh, it
Is that the one that
blew
got
up the internet.
That's the one that got released before they were ready for it?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
And then they
pulled it right away?
Yeah.
Well, they pulled it and then they put it
back up?
Because
Okay, got it. All right.
okay, you can take
Sony
things
said,
back from
"Here's
the
our
internet.
version."
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it was cool. And Alfred Molina. So love
God,
Alfred.
I love him.
Right.
It was kind of cool to see that.
I'm super excited. I really like Doctor Strange. I like Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. I think he's cool.
Awesome. Matrix 4, Resurrections.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that looks interesting because it's like what they show of that. It's I can't tell if they're plugged back into the Matrix or like they didn't tell you very much about it. And again, I don't know how much is actually available online, but it was kind of interesting. There's lots of explosions and cool stuff. It looks like
Matrixy stuff.
Yeah, Matrixy stuff. But
I like the Matrix. I'm very excited.
yeah, it actually looks cool because they of course filmed lots of the cool stuff up here.
Yeah,
it takes
we love
place in
that.
San Francisco, I think.
But it takes place in the Bay Area. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Dune.
Yeah.
They showed some extended stuff of Dune. It looks very impressive. A movie you definitely want to watch on the big screen. Don't even attempt to watch that at home or on your iPad or your phone.
No, that's silly.
So it's a huge event picture with huge imagery.
Yeah.
So that is.
It's an epic. It's an epic.
Yeah.
I'll even say, you know what? Read the book.
Oh,
It's pretty fucking good.
Okay.
Look.
Awesome. Mission Impossible, whatever it's Mission Impossible part, whatever.
12,
13,
15.
yeah, somewhere in
Yeah.
there. But Tom Cruise did a huge stunt, go figure, for it they showed, which is really cool, where he rides a motorcycle off a cliff somewhere in Europe, and then he base jumps off the motorcycle, with his parachute. I mean, pretty incredible. They showed a huge thing about how they did that whole thing, and it was pretty neat. Tom Cruise he's a wild man. Gotta give it up for him.
That's really cool of him to do that for the CinemaCon goers.
It is. It was. I agree.
Yeah.
And then on the
I'm
Tom
jealous.
Cruise boat, train, plane or automobile. They showed the first, almost real of Maverick, Top Gun Maverick, which I know you guys are all fans of, Michael.
Excited.
So that looks, I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan, as you guys know, but it was intriguing.
I believe you said words like hate in the past.
Yes, hate.
Yeah.
Hate, but.
And I love that movie. I love Top Gun.
It was intriguing because they tied it to some 80s stuff. The opening credits, it's lots of like planes taking off and loud noise and everything, but they're playing Danger Zone under it. But I can't tell. It almost sounded like it was a cover. Possibly. It didn't sound like Kenny Loggins. But maybe it wasn't final. I don't know. It almost sounded
maybe like a remix or something.
Or something. But it kind of sounded like Archer, like Danger Zone, or something. I couldn't tell. But it didn't quite sound, but it was still kind of some fun footage they showed.
That's exciting.
However, the epitome, the climax, the whatever you want to call it, of the whole show was the new Nick Cage film. Are you guys aware of this film called The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent?
Yes. I'm aware of it because people started talking about it on the internet this past week.
Oh, okay. Because of see now.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to say anything, people.
Well, I think some of this stuff is leaked deliberately.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it's kind of to get a little buzz.
Got it.
Yeah.
This movie is basically about Nick Cage playing himself.
Right.
And he basically, his biggest fan pays like $1 million for him to go to his island and spend time with them, basically.
Sounds like a goddamn dream.
It does.
Yes.
And then wildness ensues with Nick Cage playing himself.
And it's like a great cast.
It's got a good cast.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. It really does look really good because it's Nick being himself.
Yeah.
I mean, making fun of himself, the whole thing. It looks incredible.
Oh, I'm excited.
So that was a Lionsgate film.
Okay.
So hopefully that lives up to what it is. What it should be.
What it should be. Well, thanks.
So,
what else? Was that it?
That was the basic.
That's the CinemaCon
And there's more
recap.
stuff, but I wanted to, that's the condensed version.
One more.
So no,
Just one
I don't
more.
have anything else.
Phil's got a new bulb that's coming out that everyone's just gonna love.
Let's see. There's some flavored popcorn you can buy if you want.
People might like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. There's I had some food when I was there.
Where'd you stay?
So Caesar's Palace.
Caesar's Palace.
Yes, the Palace of Caesar.
Wow.
Which, by the way, they're doing construction there. So don't try and get a taxi in the middle of the day when it's 105 degrees because you have to walk all over the
All over
place.
the place.
Oh my God! It was
So-
that hot the whole time. Huh?
When in Rome.
It was.
Don't stay at Caesar's Palace.
Yeah,
Is that
exactly.
what you're saying?
Luckily, you don't. In CinemaCon, you don't leave. You don't go outside for 4 days.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. Yeah.
It was today when I was leaving.
Sending much love to our listeners and viewers in Las Vegas. That is hot.
Although it was hot and smoky in Vegas, and then I come to Santa Rosa where it's hot and smoky.
hot and
So
smoky.
it's not exactly like a much of a different
That's true. So
temperature.
sad.
But
Yeah.
and just so you guys know, I did go get a COVID test immediately coming into Santa Rosa.
Oh, yeah.
I got swabbed, and then I also had a rapid test waiting at home, which I took as well, which was negative. Otherwise, I would not be here because I was really worried about making sure I don't spread anything, obviously,
We
to my
appreciate
my
that.
family.
Yeah.
So
We appreciate that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, other than that,
You guys want to talk about some trolls?
do you want to do that, or you want to talk about
No. What?
any more of like this stuff?
Merch.
Do you think we should mention it all?
Yes. Okay. Before we get to the trolls, our AC is still broken. It's working a little. We have a new pillow. Creep variant. It's like a lumbar pillow. What do we call it on the site?
It's a new drop. Oh my God. Sorry. This is the Creep variant pillow. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's on the back?
Oh, it's just our
Kojo. If you just want to keep it classy and you just want to keep it like, minimalist, you do that side. And if you want to go maximalist, you go the other side.
Or if you have kids, you do the darker side.
right.
Yeah.
But so Laura, your pillow is on its way. Thank you, Laura. You will have one of these
Thank
soon.
you to everybody who's bought stuff.
Yeah, seriously.
on that note, yes.
We've had actually,
Mention it in the chat.
and
Yeah.
thank you, Mark, as well. Mark Visions Truth. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. And there's two other folks actually who aren't part of the chat that purchased things.
Yeah.
So probably maybe podcast listeners.
Thank you, pod people.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And then we also have, by the way, we're not going to do this like every week. We're not going to be
We're
like,
just sharing a couple.
Yeah.
this is the crop hoodie that Michael's going to wear for you soon. So Michael B will put this on.
It is so cute.
It's got a little crop.
And it's got the Cult Show on the sleeve.
On the sleeve,
Yep, and it's very
soft.
Like I would wear this if I wanted my belly to stick out, but I don't.
If I wanted it to. Well, there's also, I'll teach you about crop tops another time.
Thank you.
But it's very cute, so get it.
That's all. Thanks, you guys, for your support. We appreciate it.
I'll throw that over there, though.
Okay.
Now, can we talk about trolls?
Trolls.
Let's talk about trolls. Okay. So for me, this was a rewatch, but I know for a lot of us, this was their first time watching Troll Hunter. So I feel very bad. I did not look up how to say Andre Overtal's name correctly. So we're just going to keep rolling with that. Let's call him Andre.
Andre.
But let's keep it simple. So this is a Norwegian film. So there's a little bit of dialogue in English, which is pretty funny when there's two different nationalities talking to each other. So this came out in 2011. I've seen 2010 and 2011. Hey, It is so hot that equipment is overheating in this room.
I think that our show is so hot.
It's all of the above.
We're so good.
See, all of the above.
We're breaking YouTube.
We're broke.
There we are.
Breaking it. Anyway, let's talk about trolls, shall we?
Quickly, yes.
All right. Andre Overtal, maybe. Sorry, Andre. Made this movie. It's a Norwegian film. Little bit in English, though. Just wait for it. This movie is from 2010, 2011-ish. I saw it in 2011 myself, and so this was a repeat watch for me, and I was so excited to share it with you guys. Like I said, producer Scott's a huge fan of it as well. So this is a found footage sort of film, which we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a minute. That is about some students from a university in Norway that are trying to uncover some illegal bear poaching. Turns out that the subject that they're following is a man named Hans, who is actually a troll hunter for a secret branch of the Norwegian government. Trolls ensue. I love Andre's 3 movies of his that I've seen. This one, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, and Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. So I want to see more of his films. I'm very excited to see other stuff he does as well. I enjoy found footage. That's something I really like, or cinema verite, anything like that. It's not Neil's favorite, so I try to not pick a whole bunch of movies that are like that out of the goodness of my heart, because I'm so kind and I care.
Thank you.
So deeply.
You're so kind.
Though you do like Rec. We got to watch Rec one day, because that's
right.
the original one. Yeah, Troll Hunter. Michael B liked it. What do you guys think of trolls? Trolls. Hunting them, not hunting them.
Go ahead, Caleb.
Ooh. Where do I start?
Well, you know this movie is supposed to be funny, too.
I loved it. It was amazing.
Yay! I was like, do you not like trolls?
Like, oh, shit, this is found footage. Fuck, we're gonna get a stupid Blair Witch movie. I hate Blair Witch movies.
Oh my God! Everyone's clutching their pearls.
You can clutch away. That movie's dumb. Stupid. I'll say it again. No, I really like Troll
Get your hot takes here.
Anyway.
No, I like how they blended sort of suspense with comedy, with the beautiful Norwegian nature. I'm going to Norway, by the way.
I want to live there. It's oh my God, it looks incredible.
So no, I really liked it. It was a lot of fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think this movie is a lot of fun as well. How about you?
Yes, I don't know if I'd say I loved it because of the found footage, but it is easily one of the best found footage films I've ever seen.
Awesome.
For sure. And it was fun to watch, and you keep waiting for the trolls to come, and the devices they use with the night vision cameras
Very
and that kind
clever.
of stuff.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool to see how they did that. Like Caleb said, the landscapes and the are gorgeous.
Beautiful.
And for that alone, I'm like, for me as well, I'm
Right.
like,
Okay, you're gonna go with me.
I'm going.
We're all going to
I'm already
Norway.
booked. I'm booked. I'm going.
The whole show goes to Norway.
That's right.
Anybody in Norway
So-
that we can crash with when we're there?
But no, it's it's the first thing I have written down here is gorgeous landscapes. It's
Yeah.
it's for a found footage film, to say anything about it is gorgeous.
Yeah.
At least for me, it usually is not the case.
Yeah.
Because it's all about just a shaking camera as a device to allow you to be sloppy and not worry so much
Oh,
about.
that's another hot take. Oh, is that what it is? Is that all
So-
found footage is?
No, I mean,
wow, that's all found
initially,
footage is.
okay, and then then it becomes a little more. But anyway, but I enjoyed it, and
Take us back.
I would say it is the best found footage film probably that I've seen.
I'm glad. Well, yeah, I think that the it makes a little bit of sense for like the setup of the film, and it's funny because back in the day, like when this movie came out and earlier ones, and I'm not the first one to come up with this, I've heard multiple horror fans say this, is we used to be like, why are they still filming? And now in 2021 and the last couple of years, everybody films everything. Nobody stops filming anything. Even sometimes, like in these movies, there's some sort of a disaster going on. People lose their lives because they're willing to keep filming.
Right.
And so it's kind of like, for better or for worse. And so it's kind of like, it actually makes sense these days. Nobody would ever stop. That would be weirder to stop filming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I even, look, this is me. We're talking about the person that's like, why didn't they just leave the fucking house, right?
Sure.
Just writing that line of dialogue that says they are still student filmmakers, I'm okay with that. They're allowed to be, kind of stupid or whatever, or just go wherever the story takes them, and so I was okay with that.
Yeah, I also think, like we talked about the switching from night vision to whatever, it kind of is cool because it's a neat little storytelling device, and it's a nice way to show the trolls because there's a lot of anticipation when you know that we're gonna be seeing a troll soon. I took copious notes on every breed of troll that we met,
good.
by the way.
Okay.
So if you have any questions, I'm here for you. We gotta talk about Hans.
Okay.
Love Hans.
Hans, though.
Team Hans all the way.
Amazing. I love that he wanted to do this and that he, I hope he's so happy now in his life. He clearly had an escape plan. I think the veterinarian was involved. I think there's a little bit of
I would agree with
romance
that.
there.
Okay,
It's
I'm
very
glad you
cute.
guys, because that is in my notes.
Yeah.
About Hans later on, so I'll have to bring that up, I guess, later on.
That's my theory.
Okay.
But I love that actor Otto Jeffries.
Jespersen.
Just kidding. Otto Jespersen. He's a comedian.
Yeah.
And you can tell because, there's some lines he delivers, line readings that are just straight up funny. But I don't know, there's something about the timing. There's he's so naturalistic. There's, what's some of the other things I said? Oh, I love how he tells us he's kind of like, this is a crummy job.
Right.
I'm not compensated.
Right.
I don't get what I deserve. But it's actually a little deeper than that. He has to do some really horrible things, and he has some things that haunts him.
But I was
with
laughing
killing the
about that line
trolls.
though,
Yeah.
because it's just like it's all about the money and the how many vacation days you get, or
Well, he deserves a lot. He's never
is
off
there
the clock.
overtime, or and
Yeah.
it's just like
He's-
some things, no
yeah.
matter where you're working, they just never change.
Yeah, it's universal, and it's like, yeah, we get it. We get it, Hans. We've all been there. Jobs like that, especially if you work for Neil when he was a theater manager, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure it was the worst.
Or digging that moat around my house. That was pretty.
Digging that moat.
That was pretty
My
bad.
back still hurts from digging that moat.
That was.
But yeah, so he's had to do some ugly things.
He has.
Lives with
Why
him.
do you believe that he changed his mind about the filming? Because at first he's like, "Get away from me! I don't want to talk to
Yeah,
you."
so fuck
Yeah.
off.
And then all of a sudden, yeah. And then all of a sudden
lost.
he's like, "Fine, you want to come along and document it? Fine, let's go."
Yeah. I think he might have seen like, I can actually do this,
Yeah.
get the truth out and escape.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
And
think
escape
I
this
think he slept
lifestyle.
on it for a night,
Yeah.
came up with a plan, and said like, all right, I'm going to leave, and if they follow me, and if they can find me, fine.
And then the truth's out there, but I don't have to be involved.
Yeah.
And he can go live another life, because he was he was like a ranger. He was like an army ranger or something too. Like
He's in the military.
Hans has had enough, and Hans needs a break.
Right.
I love in his little trailer, there's like a little ceramic troll too.
Yeah.
There's some cute little details in this film.
I liked his trailer, actually.
Oh my God.
With all the tails all over.
Oh my God, so it smells. And they absolutely destroyed Land Rover. Right. All of those slash marks in it. I mean, that's like some Jurassic Park-ish right there. One thing that's kind of cool is I liked that the sound operator was a female. Usually the female in these found footage teams is the plucky, persistent reporter. Nothing wrong with that, but it was just kind of cool, like, the sound one. And then when the first camera guy gets eaten, because he was a fibber fish.
He was a Christian. So.
And trolls can smell the blood of a Christian.
Yeah, and that fits with like some Scandinavian troll mythologies, because they are not Christianized like as a little mythological group. So it makes sense that they could smell the blood of them. So don't be a tasty Christian, and also run faster.
Yeah.
Would be my advice.
But also, don't lie about it.
Don't lie about it.
Isn't that one of the 10 Commandments or something?
Don't keep your light under a bushel.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
Right? And if they're asked, are you a Christian? And they all said no.
Yeah, and he says something.
You know what? You lying fucking Christian?
Yeah,
you get eaten.
You get eaten. And it's like he's like, it's funny when he's like trying to rub the troll stench everywhere on him, and you're like, okay, this is not going to be good for you.
No, he's panicking.
This is not going to be good for you. And then when Hans is like, you better not start sweating.
But what about the replacement?
Oh, I love her.
They don't even tell her, though. They're like...
Not till she gets there.
Yeah,
and she's
we'll
like,
tell you on the way.
Oh my God, that's one of my favorite parts is when she's like, oh, well, I'm Muslim. And they're like, we'll see what happens.
Right. Yep.
That's a great line.
That is.
But yeah, you got to run fast if you're going to put yourself in that situation.
Or just don't panic. I mean...
Yeah, don't panic. Because they could have gotten out.
Yeah.
But he panicked in his Christian-y sweat.
He was probably trying to take someone's sunglasses, and
probably
slipped on a rock.
His blood of Christ was just sort of leaking out all over the place. And the mountain.
Yeah.
What were they? They were mountain
Those
kings.
are the mountain kings. Those are my favorite trolls.
Were all like with their dick noses and.
Why do you have to make?
They look kind of like blue meanies.
Yeah, they do kind of
like the blue meanie trolls.
Why do you have to make it about dicks though?
Because in profile form, it totally looks like a dick.
Wow. Well, you know what? I dare you to go say that to their faces. They wouldn't thank you for that. They wouldn't thank you for that one bit. But yeah, I think he was a little reluctant to admit it was real. Because remember, he's the one that said something like, they're just like genetically engineered monsters or something. Like he was like trying to like rationalize. And it's like, you can't rationalize. There's trolls here, bro. You can't rationalize away trolls.
Yeah.
I love it. Troll bite, put some duct tape on it.
Yeah.
That stuff really works for everything.
Yeah.
You know what? I need to start carrying duct tape around a lot more because.
What if you get bit?
What if anything?
What if you get bit by anything?
I mean, we now know what MacGyver knew. If there's trolls, he used duct tape.
Duct tape.
Oh, well, I'm sure that's who taught it to Hans.
Probably was, actually.
They probably did a few missions together, if I had to guess.
Absolutely, gosh darn lutely.
I wonder if Hans was actually MacGyver's like.
Oh, he taught him.
Teacher, guru,
yeah, his like
whatever.
mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna write
Crossover.
that fanfic. Maybe
TM.
Maybe I'll make it a slash fic.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Let's do it.
MacGyver.
Hans and MacGyver, yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Trolls have like an ectoplasm slime.
They're kind of gooey.
They do,
right?
Kind of gooey.
Yeah.
Oh my God, when their little green car gets crushed, I thought it was so funny. Oh, and they love tires.
Yeah, they want to chew on tires. But, shit, what was I going to say about that, though?
Ectoplasm, slime, MacGyver, trolls, dicks.
It's gone. Sorry.
Rubber.
I had something.
Tire.
I had something.
Okay.
One thing I like is how they explain why we don't see trolls. Because, of course, in the modern audience, like these kids in the documentary, they're like, why don't we see trolls? Well, easy, because they can't be in the sunlight. And we actually have a scientific explanation. The veterinarian explains, how do trolls work? This is how troll work. And how troll work, though? And so she explains that for us.
Right.
And also...
Which is what, though? Can you...
Oh, gosh. It's about... They can't process the vitamin D that turns into calcium. And then they also have this, like, gaseous buildup in their tummies. Poor babies.
Depending how old they are, either results in a turning to stone or just an explosion.
Yeah.
Because the gas is boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, yeah. We'll get to that troll that booms in a minute. But yeah, so that's how troll work. And also, if you get one, you can just kind of like break it into rocks too. So, you see rocks everywhere, and you're like, oh, trolls. That's one of the things I like is I feel like some of this stuff is ad-libbed. Like they'll be driving along and Hans will point out, see, that's, a troll outcropping, or see that's from trolls. And I feel like they were totally just driving through Norway and making that up in the best way possible.
Yep, no, I can see that totally. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, Hans, you're so funny. That's what they said in English.
That's what they said in English.
When the Polish guys come along and they're,
oh my God,
they're painting truck.
Polish
the English-speaking Polish guy is also a comedian.
Yes,
and he is great.
I love that. Obviously, a common language, so they both speak English because we're the only country we're ignorant as fuck and can barely speak one language, let alone multiple. But that's a whole other thing. But he's so funny too, and they're like, well, this isn't even a Scandinavian bear. And then, like, when the guy from the board, Finn, has to talk about it, he's like, a bear went through Russia, it came from Finland, through Russia, and it's here now. And and like, they have their little bear footprints and stuff. Oh, my God. You got to have a bureaucrat. It turns out he's pretty twisted, but...
Yeah. Planting them bears.
And doesn't know his right from his left.
Oh, my God. Do bears normally walk cross-legged?
That was so funny.
Yeah, it's another great line. Bad bear, bad price. That was the Polish guy said in the faux bear tracks. Bad bear, bad price. Oh, no, that's what Finn said, actually. One of my other favorite things in this movie is the slayed troll form. Every place you work, there's that paper trail. You got to have that paper trail. And I just love that it's slayed troll form.
Yep.
And you just check your little boxes. And he's like, I have to do this for every troll that dies.
Paper.
I want that framed in the house.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Slayed troll form.
Blank or filled out?
Probably blank. Choose your own adventure style.
Filled out.
Yeah.
Filled out.
Yeah.
How about blank, but in behind glass, and you can use a dry erase pen and mark what troll you caught.
So the actual government entity they work for.
The TSS.
Yeah, the Troll Security Service.
Yes.
Absolutely, in their forms. How long do you think they've been around? Like, is it a 1900s, a 20th century, thing, or has it been?
Or have they been around forever?
For years.
I think they've been around forever, and then like when governments started to form, they had to kind of regulate. It was probably more of like a secret society sort of thing. That's my theory.
Okay.
And then and then they needed to regulate a little bit more.
But like, so what was okay? But it wasn't like Hans's ancestors. It doesn't get passed down through.
No, he was hired.
Says,
you get brought into it based on whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
For your sins, you are made the troll
I think
hunter.
they just picked the right person for the right job.
Yeah.
Someone with a what was it in Grosse Pointe Blank? A certain moral flexibility.
That's right. Yeah. I love that concrete and charcoal is a good bait. Or some sheep and some goats, if it comes to that.
Yeah, but that part's funny because it's like 3 goats on a bridge.
Little
3
billy goats
and the trolls underneath the bridge.
Yep.
Oh my God, when Hans comes out of that metal getup, and he's like, oh, I hate this.
And gets beat to crap.
Oh, it's so funny. You're worried for him because you care about Hans, but it is a little funny when he just goes smack. But he has to go out there, and then he has to get the blood sample. It's just like, come on.
Yep.
You got to get the blood sample. Yeah, and they love old tires. They love tires. I don't know if they ever explained that. I think they just like to chew on them.
Yeah,
they said they just like to chew on them, but
well, they're not
But
smart.
in their little green car, they were gone.
Yeah,
that
one
just weren't even on there anymore.
That was the Tosserlod troll that ate the car.
Which was
the three-headed troll.
One.
Yeah.
Though there's two of them that are just protrusions.
Yeah.
They're not intelligent heads. I love it. There's like one scene where you think it's a tree.
Right.
The leg. Yeah. So that was kind of cool. They get more heads as they age. Used for mating or intimidation.
Yes.
Thank you, Hans.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hans. So then there is I'll just go through all the trolls.
Do it. That's a good idea.
Ringlefinch. These are the big, high-sloped shoulder ones. Not much neck to speak of on a ringlefinch. Oh, and this is the one that we know was sick and got exploded, and he was sick, so he was off of his territory. And you feel worried about it. You do kind of feel worried about it. We'll talk about the rabies in a minute. But,
yes. Troll rabies is the worst.
Then he mentions a rhyme tosser. There's the aforementioned mountain kings, which are the most Muppety looking, I think. He mentions the harding, and of course the Jotner, which is the giant one.
Yeah.
Hates Jesus. That's really funny when they're playing with a friend. Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah. So those are all the trolls that we meet.
Do you know, are those all real rumored species of troll?
You know, I don't know, and I did mean to look it up. I mean, I know a little bit about troll mythos, just a bit. I mean, they're kind of the things like they talk about in the movie. They're not supposed to be very smart. They're not particularly kind to humans. Sometimes they kind of mess with people a little bit. Sometimes they eat people, but not always.
Right.
And then I think there's more of almost like a fae kind of nature spirit side to trolls too. These are more just your bumbling trolls.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But I want to think that these are all real brands of troll. Genus of troll.
And they live roughly, 1,000, 1,200 years?
They can live a long time.
He says at one point.
He says 1,000 to 1,500 or 1,200, something like that.
Yeah, they can live a long time.
But they have a gestational pregnancy period of 10 to 15 years.
Oh, yeah, they don't have a lot of babies. Yeah.
It's a long time, and they only get one.
And they have the one.
They eat rocks, too. That's a big part of their diet is rocks.
Yeah. I feel like they packed a whole lot into this movie. And it's like, an hour, 40 minutes, hour and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very long.
It's not long, but they give you quite a bit.
Right, you're kind of like trying to take notes, like, troll, tires, yes, tosserlod, yes, I'm with you. I want to go spelunking through the abandoned mine looking for trolls. I think that'd be so fun.
We can do that one. There's one that, on your way out to the, the hill chain we have out here.
The hill chain.
The hill chain, not the rock, not the Rockies.
Not the Sierras.
The Donners, but yeah, out towards
Nevadas.
what's the gold mining areas? We got
Gold Country.
Sonora.
Sonora. Oh, yes.
There's a thing called the Moaning Caverns, and you can do some repelling stuff through there. So maybe there's some trolls in there we can go looking for.
I'd be fine with that. There's a troll in Sonoma County on Cavedale Road.
Oh, really?
That's the Cavedale troll.
Oh, there you go. Mm-hmm. Are they friends of the Rebob, you think?
Oh, I don't know about that.
No? Okay.
I don't think they would have much to discuss.
You don't think so?
If I had to guess.
Flying monkeys and a troll, you don't think they would?
He'd probably try to eat it. He'd probably try to eat the monkeys.
Well.
The Rebob. Oh, so yes, specifically you have mountain trolls and you have woodland trolls in this.
Those are like the two
that he mentions.
categories.
I think because I think they're kind of lumping in cave trolls, because I've heard about cave trolls too. But they kind of just lump them in there.
That's a line from Lord of the Rings. They've got a cave troll.
Oh, that's right.
Todd said there's mines in Alameda County. So there you go. We can go spelunking through Alameda County mines.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Thank you, Todd.
Yeah.
You know
Black
what
Diamond
sucks?
Regional Preserve.
That troll didn't get its rabies vaccine. All the trolls had rabies.
Always get your vaccine, people.
And then one of our stars then got the rabies.
Right.
That's so funny. Say, I don't have rabies. I don't have rabies. I'm fine. And it's like, you clearly have rabies.
Clearly.
Sir, you have rabies.
Yes,
Too late.
That was the Thomas character.
Okay, so all right, they go searching the big one, the big troll.
Yes, the Jotner.
They go through the whole thing with him.
Yes.
Or her, I'm not sure if it was a male or female.
I believe they called it a him.
Okay. And they have to, of course, deal with this giant troll, which was kind of cool how they had the power lines in the area were not actually meant to be power, but that's how you keep the big trolls in.
Yeah.
It's the electric fence.
Yeah.
Genius.
Makes sense. And Hans thinks they're kind of pretty.
Yes.
Would.
I love him.
So they deal with this giant troll, and then the government comes, and then Hans is just kind of gone.
Yeah, he goes. Yeah.
He just kind of takes his light gun and just walks off.
Yeah, just in case.
You don't even see him. It's just like a car passes in front or something, right? And then he's just gone.
You kind of see him going out.
Yeah. Yeah, you see him walking off.
Yeah, you see him walking
Do you?
out.
Walking away.
I was looking. I thought it was kind of like, I'm like, what? Where'd he go? Because he was there, and then all of a sudden the car went, and then he was.
Yeah, no, he's got
gone.
his escape plan. I think.
You think the veterinarian helped him?
I think so. I feel bad. She has a name. It's like Millicent or something.
Yeah, they had a moment when he brought the blood sample to her.
Yes.
Which was caught on film, but.
Yeah. Yeah, it happened.
All right, sorry.
It happened.
That wasn't our fault.
That was
not our fault.
That was the government trying to shut us down.
Yes.
So he's got his escape plan. He's out doing that. We don't know what happened to the kids who are making the film. They got grabbed. I love that part at the end. Sorry to jump to it, but when Finn, the guy from the TSS, when they splice him into that press conference, he's sitting there.
The prime minister.
That cracked me up because it's like, what are you doing in there? What are you doing? Get out of there.
So this is why I liked this movie, a found footage movie, better than
others.
The other one that I mentioned earlier that I said I hated, and the other one, there's no payoff in the end. It's just like raise the tension, raise the tension, raise the tension. No release, roll credits. And this, you get to see the trolls. They're, you get a good amount of troll. And that's why I liked this movie so much. You know, I tried to get Macy to watch it with me. She didn't want to. But at one time, she came out of her bedroom and she said, "Why are you smiling?" And I just said, like, this movie's making me happy.
It's kind of feel good.
I mean, it's weird to say it, but it's just fun. It's just a fun movie.
Yeah, even when the guy gets eaten and it's sad and and his friends are sad, but I mean at the same time you're all like, well, he knew the risks. Sometimes
he was warned.
He was warned. Gotta wash and get the troll stench all over you. There's a whole process, but that's still not going to protect you if you got that faith.
If you got that Jesus in you?
Yeah, that Jesus. One thing I like about this movie a lot is the sound. I love the sound of like the roaring trolls and all the little ambient troll noises. I think it's a really good sound design. I don't know a lot about sound. I'm not one of those movie fans that is like really good with like, oh, it's a blah, blah, blah sound. I admire you if you are, but that's just not me. I'm more into wigs. But
some good troll wigs in this movie.
But
two types of people: wig people, sound people.
I also love when you don't show too much of the monster. Like, I'm a big fan of that in a lot of ways. You don't want to like give it all away. I think it's a little bit different with this one because we need to see the full-on trolls. But it's not like I ever got sick of seeing the trolls, or like I felt like, okay, well the trolls aren't special anymore because now I'm like seeing too much of the goddamn troll.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because also everyone you see is different. It's like a different,
What's this troll gonna do? Like the Mountain Kings are relatively small.
In comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to the Jotner and the Tosser Lod.
Yeah. But you get more of them.
You do. You get a lot of them.
Yeah.
You love how they were just returning home from their day. And then they're like trying to settle in and take a little sleep.
Right? And they're very gassy. I will have to say, I was waiting for a troll fart the entire
and
movie.
you weren't disappointed,
And
were
I
you?
got it. Yeah.
But it's also, we know that they have that lot of gaseous stuff in their tummies.
Yeah.
As a troll, how troll work.
Right.
Trolls for Dummies. It is explained to us. But yeah, I'm very floored with the special effects in this movie. I think they're beautiful. The trolls have kind of a Muppety feel to them too. They look a lot like when you look at artwork of Scandinavian troll folklore. They look appropriate. Yeah.
And then, speaking of folklore, they also sort of brought all of those elements in, and sort of, on the one hand, Hans said, "Don't believe everything you've heard," but on the other hand, a lot of it is
a lot of it's actually true. Yeah,
so.
And especially like if you grow up in Scandinavia, you grow up with these stories a lot, which they kind of allude to in the film. You know that. Of course, a lot of people don't believe they're real. There are people who believe that trolls are real, absolutely. But these savvy college students aren't into that. They're more into bears.
and bear poachers.
Yeah, who has been poaching the bears? Do you love it? There's 10 bear hunters in Norway.
And they all know each other.
Yeah, because they're like, we're the only
very
ones.
Small group.
Right, because they're just kind of called out to manage the population without kind of overdoing it. Right. And it kind of harkens back to a little bit of what Hans does. But I mean, unfortunately, he's got to kill them when they go out of their territory. And, he had to kill a whole bunch of the massacre he talks about when they wanted to build the tunnels.
Babies.
Horrible.
Some that couldn't even walk. He seriously had some PTSD over.
Absolutely. You can see why this would take a toll on you. And then you don't have any mental health time, no breaks or anything. You're just supposed to just keep
go to the next job, go to the next job. Yeah.
24/7 trolls. Yeah. Trolls all the way down.
How's he supposed to date the veterinarian?
Oh, yeah. They can only date when she's, like, testing blood.
Right.
That's not fair.
Lame. I don't blame Hans.
No.
Hans
it was the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
I think he is a hero.
Absolutely.
I think he's a true Norwegian hero.
So do you think that the college students became the next troll hunters, and that's why they were never heard from again?
Oh.
That was a thought I had.
They were kind of
because they were down a troll hunter.
They're like, you know what? But we still have a lot of trolls to manage.
And they've got three people that
3 non-Christians.
3 non-Christians that know about the existence of trolls now.
In exchange for them not having prison time or something.
Right.
They themselves
become the next troll hunters.
You will become that. I love it.
I love that ethos. Didn't think of that?
No. I thought that they
just. My first thought was they're the next.
I thought they just got tied up in red tape and had people the government threaten their. Well, maybe executed or had the government threaten their families or something. So if they they had to go kind of underground or be relocated or something like that.
Well, this is more happy then, right? Because they get to live,
I love it.
Their families get to live. They get to go, kill some trolls.
Somebody's got to go out and vaccinate
every
troll.
So they're not alone. Like, they at least have someone else to talk to, unlike Hans.
I thought that girl got hit by that semi-truck.
She might have gotten hit by the semi.
It's possible.
She might have also lived. So I'm kind of thinking, troll people, because of this strange weather we're having in here. We've created our own weather in the Cold Show. Are we playing the game? Or we got to skip the game?
No microphone.
Well, you can yell. We can hear your voice off. We can hear your voice off camera usually. It's a hot mess.
This episode will never see the light of day after today.
You know that movie forgot the worst troll of all? The online troll.
Oh, the online troll is the worst troll. But we don't want to make a documentary about those trolls. We want to make a documentary about the enjoyable, fun troll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we have a mythical creature quiz.
Mythical creature quiz.
What kind of mythical creature is half man, half horse?
Centaur. I'm a Sagittarius. I kind of know that.
Ding, ding, ding. That was the easy one.
Woo-hoo! All right, good job.
What kind of mythical creature loves the simple things in life but is often depicted as evil and greedy?
Is this multiple choice?
It is.
Okay, I have an idea, but...
Tree folk, behemoth, elf, goblin.
Goblin. Goblins are greedy.
Okie dokie.
You know, you can make a guess.
I'm agreeing with you guys.
A nymph is any member of a large class of female nature entities. Various aspects of nature have their own kind of nymph. What is not one of them?
Okay.
Wood nymphs, water nymphs, land nymphs, desert nymphs.
Ooh, I don't think I've ever heard of a desert nymph.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Okay, I mean, I'm open to it.
Yeah.
I just never heard of them. I'm sure they're called something else by desert people.
What is a basilisk?
It's a
It's a-
snake thingy.
There you go.
What kind of snake thingy?
It's got fangs. I think it has feathers.
Okay, is it a lizard who could kill a man with its stare?
I kill a man with its stare.
A snake woman? Part lion, part goat, part snake, or a 9-headed serpent?
I swear to God, I've heard a basilisk described as all those things. I think.
Isn't there a basilisk in Harry Potter?
Yeah, I think it's a lizard that can kill a man because I think they can turn you to stone.
How I could just kill a man. With my stare.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I'll back you.
Yeah.
Nice job, nice
Thank
job.
you.
Good
Thank
job.
you.
What kind of mythical creature has the body of a lion, the tail of a snake, and the head and wings of an eagle?
A chimera.
No.
No,
Or
a sphinx.
A sphinx, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No.
No. Oh, no.
The
It's sorry. A griffin, right?
Oh, a griffin.
It is a griffin.
Yay.
We got there
We got
eventually.
that other event. Final answer, griffin.
What mythology does the Pegasus originate?
Greek.
Clash of Titans. No.
Well,
That would be Greek.
Yeah.
It is Greek. What kind of mythical creature is a winged humanoid race with demonic features?
Can we have a multiple choice? Is it the Rebob?
Skinwalker, gargoyle, hobgoblin, gremlin.
I guess that would be a gargoyle.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a hobgoblin, so I would know that.
What kind of gnome lives in old gardens and enjoys telling melancholy tales?
Scott, producer Scott, is that gnome? No, go ahead.
A garden gnome.
I mean, a generic garden gnome?
It is a garden gnome.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it's just a generic,
jeez.
run-of-the-mill, dime a dozen, Joe Blow gnome.
What is Orthros?
Orthros.
A two-headed monster dog?
No.
The half-goat, half-fish who becomes the constellation Capricorn? The fire-breathing giant who challenged Zeus? Or the ghosts of dead people before they are admitted entrance into Hades?
Oh my God.
I have never heard
don't.
of this.
Yeah.
Yes, Mark. My
There's
Crocs.
I don't think that was in the shot. Croc
That
shot. Croc shot. I think it's the Capricorn guy.
You think it is the Capricorn guy?
Yeah.
It is not.
Is that the Capricorn guy?
No. Do you have a second guess?
Is it okay that the screen looks like that?
Yes.
It's never okay.
I think
what
it's
were
the
the
spirits.
other three? The spirit. Oh, the I see dead people.
Yeah, I see dead people before they go to Hades. I know there's a name for that, but I can't remember it, so it could be that.
No, it is
No.
not. It is the two-headed monster dog.
Oh, I was thinking of Cerberus, but that's 3 heads.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Damn it,
And I
Caleb,
was
we dropped
thinking
the
of
ball.
Forbius, the four-headed dog.
The Forbes from the Forbes Fortune 500 Forbes dog.
What kind of mythical creatures are legendary sea monsters of a gargantuan size?
Oh, that's gonna
Release
be.
the Kraken.
Well, there's more though. Is that an option?
That is an
Krakens?
option, and it is.
That is correct. I love a sea monster. There's so many.
And that's the quiz.
I think we did well.
Got, what, one wrong?
Yeah.
Got one wrong twice.
Yeah. One
So
wrong,
one wrong.
twice. Wrong, right. That was a fun quiz.
Thank you. Good job.
I wish Neil had been here for it.
I'm sorry. I just don't know anything about what you guys are talking about.
We'll tell you all about it one day. It was fun. It was a fun quiz.
It was a fun time.
So, I mean, before the studio explodes, I guess we should leave.
Well, we got two things.
We got a couple of housekeeping things, though.
Yeah. We got to do.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
So some news. This is not bad because change is a good thing. So we started going live every week at the beginning of lockdown, and COVID's not over, but lockdown stuff is very different, especially where we live. We've been able to gather, we've been able to do a lot more, and we've had a lot of fun, and we've kept it going. And we love, obviously, doing the show. The show's not going anywhere, clearly. Why would we be like, buy this merch for our show that I'm But we are going to do...
Quick cash out.
We are going to change up our release schedule a little bit. We are actually going to do a live episode every other week. Just not because we don't love you and we don't love being here. It's just a time and a scheduling thing. As you can imagine, it takes a lot out of one's week. So that's that. Live shows every other week. We are going to do our darndest to give you more content, though, or at least content every week. So it might be little episodes, it might be kind of little game things, it might be little dissected parts of a live show. And then this will also be good for the folks that don't listen to the podcast and or don't necessarily want to watch the whole live show. They might be able to kind of have it in like little bite-sized pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we might even just pop on live.
And just say hi.
Just for the
Talk
fun
to
of
us.
it.
Yeah. But there'll still be
But,
some content.
Or it
but-
might just be Neil and I running around with our iPhones, like, making little stupid movies.
You just never know.
We're not going anywhere. We're just
Right?
changing
Like a
up
box
the
of chocolates.
format.
Yeah, so that's why it's really important if you are following on YouTube to be sure that you have gently caressed the
Caress.
subscribe button and done the bell so that you are alerted to when we are going to go live. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
But we always try and put out the new episodes a few days in advance at least so you have some warning that we're upcoming.
So stick with us. Fun things
Yeah.
to come.
So yeah, please. It's not every week. I know it's a lot easier, but to set your calendar for an every week thing. But it's going to help us hopefully be better at what we do,
Yep.
both in life and in job.
And until we know why we're melting, that might also be a good thing.
That's true too.
Because a lot of all of the problems tonight have been because it's hot. There you go. Or maybe it's the Norwegian government.
You never know.
Yeah.
And then coming up though for our next episode, which will be on September. What? Do we know?
I don't have my calendar in front of me. I want to say it's the 10th. I want to say it's the 10th.
Yes, the 10th. The 10th of September.
10th of September.
Okay, so as Caleb kind of gently hinted on, we are doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2.
Yay! This is so fun. This is going to be so funny. Yeah, and also a good reason to follow us on social media too, because obviously if we're going to release an episode, we will post on there too. So
And
do all the things.
so Caleb's going to practice his chainsaw juggling, so we can have some of that for you.
Pretty good.
He's getting good.
He used to be.
Really
He used to be
good.
pretty hot on the circuit.
Yes, he was, until he had that mishap.
That
And
mishap.
he took out that small child in the front row.
Took an arrow to the knee.
So, but it's okay. The kid's okay.
Kid's okay. Everyone's fine. Caleb's finger didn't grow back.
He doesn't need it.
Who
He
needs a
doesn't need it.
pinky?
He doesn't even use that one.
That's cool.
It's cool. He puts a little nail polish right there on it. It just looks like a short finger. Okay.
All right, well, before the computer fails, before any catastrophe befalls us, even more, you guys have no idea what I've been texting on my phone because of
There's another
that
crisis.
last interruption we had that I'm trying to deal with.
It's fine.
We're going to stick a really huge fork in this one, and like Scott said, you'll probably never see the light of it ever again. So...
but it's a really good movie if you haven't had a chance to see it.
Okay, and you guys, thank you very much. We really appreciate everything. You guys for sticking with us.
Oh, get him